Hi there and welcome back to G5 Mav YouTube channel about the Ford Fiesta ST Mark 8 and obviously my BMW, which you've not seen much of at the moment, but I am in my office at the moment because my garage is just full of BMW brakes parts. There's bits everywhere at the moment, so I'm in the process of sorting the brakes out. So that video will drop at some point. I'm using that as an infill for other bits, so obviously the focus at the moment is to get the ST to the dyno, which is very soon. But obviously I've had delivery of my Airtec cold air intake, so I'm going to fit that today. I'm going to fit that now. I just thought I'd come in here quickly and just unbox and show you how it all comes to whoever's going to be ordering this. So this is exactly, I've literally cut straps off, took the box lid off, and that's as far as I've got. I've not even took anything out of the wrappers to have a look properly, so I just want to make sure I had the right colour hose. I'll just turn the camera around so we're a bit close to this, and I'll show you exactly what this looks like. Okay, so this is how the Airtec cone filter turns up in a box that's bigger than I expected. So inside the box you get lots of brown paper. You get obviously the air filter itself. I've reordered a red intake hose. It comes with the kit anyway, so the red one I've got on there now will be redundant, so I'm not sure what we'll do with that yet, but I'll have a spare. Not sure what this is. I think this is just something to do with the this is where the sensor goes. Yeah, so I've got to take the old sensor out and put that into there, which is pretty straightforward. Got some fix and bolts here. I'll leave them in the bag for now. And then this is the bracket which goes around the air filter to direct the air into it. So I'll leave that wrapped up for now. I need to go and strip the old one off first. So let's go outside and see how easy this is to fit. Okay, so what I didn't say before is this is a Mountune airbox, so it's not a cone filter, this is a panel filter. So I need to take the metal box off, which is Mountune, the cone and air filter out, the OEM top of the airbox, and this red hose is going to go, and this is where the sensor's got to be changed. This basically just reads the airflow from the filter, so obviously that's got to stay. But so first things first is I'll just unplug this. I've already had this off before and I can't remember how I had it off. There we go. So there's just a little button at the bottom where you push, and that releases that little spring which goes around the clips. Just tuck that out of the way. I'm just going to release these Jubilee clips. So this air filter's done less than 1,000 miles. So this just pulls up, but what you have to do is just release this in here by pushing in these clips, and then that'll wheel out. Right, so just before when you saw me take that out, there's a long hose stuck to the bottom of that air filter. That's purely comes with the Mountune kit. It's not an OEM thing, so don't think your standard airbox will have that on, because that hasn't. Just watch my video about the Mountune install. I'll put a link somewhere, and you'll see how that was fitted originally. Right, I'm just going to have a look at this next bit. So that bolts onto there, and these line up here as well, so I'm guessing the other bolts are for that. Let's see what we get in here then. Right, so we get that for each side. Now there's no instructions with this, but I remember watching a video myself on this being installed, and I can't remember who it was fitting it, or I sort of said, but I know what I need to do. So what you should do with this is take these rubbers out of here, and then basically these bolts go through here and here, and that holds it in place. So like that, washer up through there, and then the rubber through there, another washer, and then the nut. I don't think these will need to be over tight, because otherwise that won't locate into that. I might end up having to put some thread lock on there at a later date. You're not going to be cranking these up tight, because when the rubber's on there, that's literally what it needs. I'll hold it in place, so let's try putting that back in position now. Put this one back in now. Right, so what I'm going to do here is just slacken these Jubilee clips back a bit, just so they slide down a bit easier. Take that one off there and set up here. Just want to work out where I want these Jubilee clips. Yeah, I'm happy with it like that. I think I'm going to keep that one that way. So let's just wiggle this up through here. I think I think it goes this way, because yes, it does. You want the Pro hose sort of sticking up. That's gone in there nicely. That stays there. Look at that, look. That's proper nice. Right, so just give this a wiggle on here. Might just that's all loose. nicely. That's all on there. To be fair, that's pretty much it. Want to make sure you don't do is to drop this. I think you need to take this right out. So just don't drop it. And I need to take the old one, the old sensor out. I think it needs this twist out. Yeah, don't touch the end of that. Not that I'm no expert, but I know these are quite sensitive. That's nicely like that. Let's just get the old cable back. Not sure how it's going to sit. Oh yeah, it sits nicely like that. That's it, I think. Just make sure that's tight. Don't over tighten these because these have only got small little threads on. Right, let's give her a start up and see what she sounds like. Well, that sounds massively different to what was already on there. I've done a sound test of the GoPro in this area with the other filter on. So I'm gonna just lay the camera in here now, this one, and go for a spin quickly, and I'll sort of compare the differences. So I'll do that now, and then we'll catch up inside. Right, so just got back from the my test drive. I've just overlaid the Mountune airbox run with, in comparison with the Airtec filter, which I've just obviously fitted. So you can obviously sort of hear the sound difference from what a Mountune sounds like to the Airtec. Now, the Airtec sounds a lot different to, hopefully it comes across alright on the film, to what the Mountune box does. I was sort of thinking about maybe trying to get a dump valve or a wastegate on to the car at some point, but with this new air filter, with the Airtec air filter, there's no need. It sounds like that already. But I do believe, and someone hopefully out there might be able to tell me, is I know they changed the turbo setup in late 2019, I think, on these Fiestas. So, and I don't think they've got, at the moment, the model I've got, the 2020 model, has got a wastegate on it, and I think it's all recirculated back somehow, and I think that's the sound I'm getting. But I'm not sure. There's one thing, that is one thing that I've been trying to sort of work out myself, and I'm sort of hoping someone out there might know or be able to point me in the right direction to a website or something where I can read up on it to try and find out what the differences is. I haven't had a chance to look myself, so I think that's why it sounds like it does over something that has already got a different setup, so I can't be sure. So I'd be very interested to see when I get to the dyno on Wednesday if it's made a difference with how much air it is obviously letting into the car. Now, we've done a lot of data logging when I was there before with the Mountune airbox, but obviously the Airtec hadn't turned up in time, but because obviously all the problems I had with getting the software to be able to be read on the car, we didn't get any further. So luckily enough, now we've got the Airtec kit here and it's now on the car, so we'll do some more data logging, I think, probably when I get back there on Wednesday, which will then give us some data to see if what airbox is obviously performing better for the car. My thoughts are the Airtec will stay on the car, because I think that's letting the car breathe a lot better than what it is with the stock sort of Mountune box type setup, but I might be proven wrong, and obviously I'm going to run whatever is making the car run better on. So at this moment in time, I'm not sure, so we'll know a bit more on Wednesday. With that said, just hopefully like and subscribe my videos, and if you see me about, just give me a honk or a wave. I mean, I get people who recognise me all the while with my number plate on my car, because I've had it on so many different cars and all the local people know me anyway. But just, yeah, give us a honk or a wave or whatever, and I'll always stick my hand up. I always wave at people I don't know if they're waving at me. So anyway, yeah, so that is it really for this video. Just like and subscribe, and we'll catch you on the next one, which hopefully will be the dyno run. So be interested to see what happens there. So see you on that one.